YouTube, it's Kiana again, your favorite agents instructor. Today I want to come to you with some tips and tricks on how to pass the Georgia real estate exam in 2022. So here we go. Tip number 1, always make sure that you read the entire questions. Questions can also often have multiple parts, especially when it comes to math problems. Math problems, you must make sure you read the entire question so that you can ensure that you complete every step of the math problem. When it comes to questions that are dealing with math, oftentimes you will find that they will give you an answer that you would come up with if you miss a step in the problem. But you want to also make sure that you go through and make sure you look at every step of that math problem going so that you can get the right answer. When it comes to questions, you also want to make sure that you look for words that may change your answers, like except, never, true. These words can change answers altogether. These words can also trip you up because you may read an answer choice and you'll say, oh, I know that's correct. But at the very end it said except, and you automatically chose the answer that you knew was correct. So please be sure to look out for words such as except, never, and true. Tip number 2. Read through all of your answer choices. Oftentimes, part of the answer choice could be correct, but there could be one part of the answer choice that you may not have read all the way through and you did not catch, which could change the answer choice altogether, making it incorrect. So please make sure that you read through all your answer choices. Sometimes it could even be one word that could change that answer choice. So make sure you're reading each answer choice carefully. Tip number 3. This is a tip that I always give my students. If you have a paper test, I know that the state exam is not administered on paper, but if you can scroll all the way to the bottom and then work your way back up, sometimes you can get answers to questions that are above by going and doing that. And that will help you to already be ahead of the game because you've already seen the question and now you know the answer to the question going forward. But tip number 3 is many questions are answered by other questions. If you don't know it, don't waste your time. Don't spend too much time on it. Skip it and come back to it. When you skip it and you come back to it and then you get to 3 questions later and that third question down is the answer to the previous question that was up above, you'll be happy that you did so. So don't spend too much time on one answer, on one question. Skip it, come back to it, it'll be there. You have 4 hours, remember, to take this exam. Tip number 4. Go with your first mind. I have often had students to change their answers, and changing your answers could really be detrimental to you passing the exam. So they second guess themselves and they go back and they erase answers, and the answer that they had first was correct. And of course, as an instructor, I can't tell them that the answer is correct, but it's really heartbreaking to see that you're second guessing yourself. Go with your first mind. I promise you go with your gut, you're going to get the right answer choice. All you need to do is get 109 questions correct on the state exam and you pass. You got that 72%. So always go with your first mind. Tip number 5. When you are studying, always review questions or quizzes or anything that you have taken during the class time. Many of these questions can help you review. It will also help you to pinpoint areas that you need to study more of. With that being said, your instructor may have said some things when you got those questions to help jog your memory on how to answer that question. All right, here we are. Tip number 6. Tip number 6, read your notes. Many of your instructors give you mnemonics or little cute phrases to help you remember those things. Little sayings and tricks can help you remember them if you've written them down. Review this. This may help you in the long run. You may even hear your teacher's voice when you go to the test. Reach out to your instructor if they're willing to assist you in helping you to remember something. Call them. Also, you can always comment down below and ask me any questions. Set up a time and we can chat via Zoom, and I can help you to pass your real estate exam here in Georgia. Tip number 7, and this is going to be our final tip, but I do have some bonus content that I want to add to the bottom of this video. Tip number 7, stay positive. Make sure you get a good night's sleep. Take your time. Do not rush. Remember, all you need is 109 questions correct. Do not let the math problems hold you back. I will be doing a math series later on into the year as we continue to go through this year. I'll be getting out some videos. I'll be doing some math problems and solving some math problems and helping you be able to pass that Georgia real estate exam in 2022, because I want to see you guys across from the closing table and being great agents out there. Alright, so here are some bonus study tips. So here's some great resources that can help you to pass your Georgia real estate exam. So this is my number one resource that I used when I was going to school to become a real estate agent. I used a computer program called CompuCram. Here it is in the video. So CompuCram is a system that you take a diagnostic test, and they tell you which areas you need to study, and you study those areas over and over again. So it gives you questions. You answer those questions. If you get it incorrect, it gives you an explanation on why that question is incorrect. I promise you, CompuCram also gives you an indicator letting you know when cram is great, because what it does is it breaks it down. It starts you out at a red arrow, a yellow arrow. When you get to that green section, it lets you know you're ready to go take that Georgia real estate exam. So CompuCram is one of my favorite. The next one is the Georgia real estate prep exam. This is a blue book. You'll see this. It is to prepare you for the PSI exam. It is a great tool. It breaks down knowledge section by section. It also gives you questions to review and other things as well. And then my last one is the Dearborn Georgia Real Estate Exam Prep. I'll put that also in the video. This one is a great one as it breaks down questions, and it also is kind of like the blue book. It'll help you to jog your memory on terms and vocabulary that you may need to take your Georgia real estate exam. Alright guys, that is all for my tips and tricks videos on passing the Georgia real estate exam. Don't forget to comment some topics that you would like me to address. Remember, videos will drop weekly. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.